Okay. Hey guys, thank you so much for jumping on tonight's Getting Started Right call. Welcome to our team. Welcome to Team Advent. So excited to have you ladies join. I know some of you joined, maybe last month or first just as a challenger or just recently. So welcome aboard. We're so excited to have you on. So first, I want to just share a little bit about my story so that you guys, get to know who I am and how this whole team started. And then I'm going to share just some basic housekeeping things that I want you guys to do right away. And then if you haven't started our coach training phase 1, we want you to get started on that right away, because that's going to give you the tools that you need in order to basically start helping people, all right? And then start running your business. And then from there, we'll talk a little bit more about it, but from phase 1, you jump into phase 2, all right? And the beauty about these trainings is that they're short. They're 5 days long, basically. And then we give you an extra day of like bonus information that we felt it was important for you to have, but it's really just, 5 days of information. So, or you can say 6 days, but they're short. And what we want is for you to, go through each day on the day that is due. But if you feel that is too much, because you're working, because of, life gets in the way, because kids, whatever it is, take your time. If that 1 week takes you 2 weeks, so what? It took you 2 weeks. If it took you a month, so what? It took you a month. The idea is that you complete it. And if you have questions as you're going through the training, in the group, make sure that you are asking the questions, or you can also reach out to your coach and then ask the questions. And then we'll be more than happy, obviously, to troubleshoot and answer all the questions you have. But we'll go through that a little bit later. So my name is Gabriela Lopez. Everyone calls me Gabby, so feel free to call me Gabby. It's weird when people call me Gabriela, I feel like I'm in trouble. But so please call me Gabby. So I started as a challenger, just like you guys, in 2014, March. I think it was like a beginning of March of 2014. And my son, who's now 3.5, was 8 months old. I've never been into fitness ever. I've never been an outdoorsy type of person ever. And so, my life was, I was a workaholic. I would go to work, come home, like literally leave my house like 7:30, come home. The earliest I would be home was 7 p.m. And sometimes I think that was strange. When I got home at 7, my husband Jorge would be like, "Is everything okay?" Because my usual time to come home was 8, 9, 10. Sometimes I would have to take car service home because I was literally a workaholic. I was in human resources. I was a generalist. As a generalist, you do a little bit of everything. And my main priority, or not priority, my main responsibility at work was, they thought that was my priority at work, but my main responsibility at work was to lay off people. It was to fire people. And if once you get to know me, you'll know that that's just not in my personality. It was so hard for me to do that. The first time I had to do it, I couldn't sleep the night before. And every single time I had to do it thereafter, it was hard for me to do it as well. Because I knew I was, messing someone's livelihoods. I was interfering with that. And it was just very hard to deal with the emotions and to having to deliver, even though I was just a messenger, just having to deliver that message was tough. And I was the person, if you've watched Up in the Air, that was me. They literally used to fly me from different, from New York City to different cities in the country to go fire people. And I hated it. So this is prior to my son, Matias. So once I became pregnant, Jorge and I decided that I was going to stay home with him. We're blessed that he has a good job, that we were able to, make that decision. So the idea was, I'm going to stay home with him until he's 3, and then I'm going to go back to work. I'm very, I wanted to make sure like I was there, because I just wanted to make sure that when he went to school, he was able to speak, communicate, and if anything crazy was going on at work, at school, he would be able to tell me, right? But with this beautiful, and to me, this opportunity is a blessing. With this opportunity, I've been able to I don't have to go back to work. I've been able to stay home, continue to stay home. Like I said, earlier, he's 3.5 now. So when he was 3, that was the time frame that I had given myself. And I've built this business to where, I'm earning, if not the same, more of what I used to earn as a HR generalist. So how it started was I was, 8 months postpartum. I was breastfeeding and I had gained weight, just like if you're a mom, we gain weight when we are pregnant. And I started to count calories because I didn't want to exercise. I don't want to work out. So that was working. But then counting calories, just like counting points, it's tedious. It can get very annoying. I might have done it for like about a month, and I did lose weight, but it got tiring. I was just like, I'm so tired of this. So the photographer that did my maternity pictures and my newborn pictures, and then eventually did his 1-year-old pictures, I started to follow her on Facebook because as a new mom, with a new baby, I needed some adult interaction, and I became obsessed with Facebook because I was never into Facebook, but I just wanted to talk to adults. And so I started following her on Facebook. She had beautiful photos of babies. And then I saw this invitation to join a challenge group, which you guys are familiar with now, what a challenge group is. And I saw a before and after picture. I knew what her before looked like because I saw her. I knew her. I met her. And then now I saw what she looked like. And I was like, holy crap, like, what is she doing? I need to do that. And I spoke with her. And basically, it was a program from home. It's called Focus C25. You probably heard of it. It's a Shanti program. 25 minutes, Monday through Friday. I was sold. I was like 25 minutes from home. And just Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, sign me up. I didn't need to leave my baby with anyone. It was only 25 minutes. In my mind, I was like, I'm in, I'm out. And I was going to also have a support system that I knew I needed, that I lacked, and that I knew was going to help me, get to my goals. 2 weeks in, I was loving it. I was loving my group. I was that person posting. I was that person checking everybody's meals, trying to, maybe copy some of those recipes. I mean, I was that person. So 2 weeks in, my husband, Jorge, and I started the program together, but it was only a females group. So I was the one posting, but I also had his support at home. We were holding each other accountable at home as well. And so my Shakeology was running out because he was drinking it too. And I was like, oh man, like we need to buy another bag, but I don't want to buy vanilla again. Maybe we can taste another flavor. So I started to ask like what other flavors people were drinking. How do they like them? And so at that point, my coach said to me, hey, maybe you want to save 25%. And if you know anything about me, I also walk around with a little Ziplocs with coupons in it. 50 cents, $1, $2, right? It takes you a long way. So when she said 25%, I'm also a numbers person. I did the math. And I was like, what? I could save $45? I'm in, because now I was going to buy 2 bags because he was drinking, I was drinking, and my mom was drinking Shakeology because she was here as well at the time. So I said, we need 2 bags. So I signed up without even thinking about it. I just wanted the discount. I never thought I was going to be a coach. But then I started to share my journey very naturally, on Facebook, almost to get accountability there too. When you put yourself out there and people are looking up to you or expecting you to do something, you go through with it. And so I shared, my belly picture and what I was looking like at the time. And I just got an influx of messages, comments, text messages, phone calls, private messages. And I was like, holy crap, now what? I wasn't, my intention wasn't to be a coach. It was just to share my journey. And so when people said they wanted what I was doing, I said, then maybe I need to have a group of my own. So I was probably a challenger for about 2 weeks when I became a coach and when I opened my first group, my first challenge group. Not knowing anything, I'm going to show you where I went into our back office. And I started where it says start here, literally. There is a message from our CEO there. And I got lost in that back office many times because it can be a little overwhelming at first, just like any job, right? Angelique's like, yeah. So just like any job, when you start, it takes about 90 days for you to kind of, get your feet wet, kind of get to understand things, things to kind of start to fall into place. That's how it was. And I would get to a place and be like, oh, this is what I need. And then I would log out. And then the next day I'd be like, wait, how do I get there again? And so you just got to keep playing around with the back office. And I'll show you what you need to know tonight. And then as you go back in there, you're going to remember things. And if you don't, that's fine. You can always, I'll show you a place where you can go to find things. And then if not, you can always ask your upline coach. And I am so pretty sure that they will be more than happy to guide you. But the bottom line is that when I first started as a coach, I said to myself, I love the accountability piece. I had, like I said to you guys, I was never the person going to the, wanting to be at the gym because I felt lost, and I was never into fitness, like I said anyway. But whenever I did sign up to go to the gym, I was signing up because we were going on vacation, because, there was a wedding coming up. And so I knew that I wanted to work towards losing whatever amount of weight by whatever amount of time. But then once the date came, then I basically stopped going to the gym. And it was because no one was checking up on me. No one cared. The gym would charge me, but no one cared. But in my challenge group, if I didn't post the day, someone was like, hey, what's going on? Where are you? How did you do today? How did your meals come? How was that workout? And so and that's what worked for me. And so I knew that if that worked for me, that had to work for someone else. And so that's why I started to pay it forward. But then I was also concerned because, like I said, I was a stay-at-home mom. And so as a stay-at-home mom, I didn't want to incur more, expenses towards Jorge. Even though he was happy drinking Shakeology, I felt guilty. He never said anything, but I felt guilty because I'm like, that's 2 bags of Shakeology. And that's about $200, right? And with my coach fee, now we're talking about $215. And I said to him, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to help enough people every month to help pay for those 2 bags of Shakeology, because I don't want you to pay for them out of your, pocket. I don't want it to be an extra bill. So I commit to helping at least 5 people every month. And that's what I did. And so that turned into what it is today. Now we are in, 2 years and 9 months. And March 31st, Team Advent makes 3 years. And so something that's small, right? Because we start with small goals, and then once you accomplish those, you move on to bigger goals, right? Has become this amazing team of coaches paying it forward, of challengers wanting to pay it forward, of us really just helping change the lives of other people, not only physically, but financially, emotionally, spiritually. When you guys start to receive those messages of your challengers saying, you've literally changed my life, it's something that you have to go through to understand. And that is what keeps you going. And that is what keeps you wanting to do it again and again and again and again. And so today I'm happy to report, like I said, that I don't have to go back to work, to corporate America. I can take my son to school and I can pick him up, and he goes from 9 to 1. I run my own business from home. I set my own hours from home. I get to choose who I work with you guys, with people who want to help other people. As a generalist, I was firing people. Here I'm empowering people. I'm, uplifting people. I'm helping people reach their goals, whatever it is that, those are. And so from making $200 a month, I am now able to pay my mortgage. I'm able to pay. So I took that whole bill from my husband's lap, right? I'm able I'm able to pay for our car note. I still have money for savings. I still have money to pay my own expenses. And so it's something really rewarding to be able to do that, because I've been working since I was 13 years old. And so when I became a stay-at-home mom, while it is the most amazing job in the world, I was feeling a certain way as well, because I've always been able to produce and contribute. And when I was unable to do that, I felt uneasy. And so being able to have the best of both worlds is amazing. I'm a businesswoman. I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom, and I'm able to be home here when my husband gets home. So what I want for today is to give you the basics of what you're going to see in the back office, but also I want you to ask me any questions. But I want you to know that this is a blessing. This is an opportunity that you could do whatever it is you want it to be. You can, what you want to leave this call thinking is, what can I do with an extra $200? How can that help my family? Can that pay an extra bill? Can it pay my phone bill? Can it help pay a car note, right? What can you do with an extra $500 a month? Because it's going to grow as you continue to grow in this business. What can I do with $1,000? And so on and so forth. And the last thing I want you to think about too is, if you want this to work, you want to give this at least a solid year. No business grows overnight, right? That's the bottom line. We have to be patient. So I want you guys to be patient with this opportunity. Not only are you going to be patient, but you have to show up to this opportunity every day, just like you show up to your jobs, right? So what I tend to ask all of my coaches is, this opportunity, it might have been free for you, because if you signed up for a challenge pack, this opportunity was free. They waived the $40 enrollment fee, right? But maybe for some of you, it might have been $42. And because it's so inexpensive, sometimes we treat it that way. But this is $1 million opportunity, guys. And I want you guys to treat it that way. If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. Okay. So it depends on how you treat it. That's exactly how it's going to pay you. So, the other piece to this is that you are your own boss. You are your own CEO. So you are your own business owner, right? So you work this business whenever you want to work it. So if you want to work it in the morning, you work it in the morning. If you want to do it during your lunch hour, you do it during your lunch hour. If you want to do it at night, you do it at night. You decide. The other piece to this is that your coach is excited to go through this journey with you. We are all excited to go through this journey with you guys. But we're going to meet you halfway. So if you want to walk, we're going to walk with you. If you want to run, we're going to run with you. If you want to sprint, we'll sprint. If you want to crawl, we'll crawl. But the minute you pull back, we're going to pull back too. Because remember, you decide, right? This is your business. So you decide how fast you want to take it. All right. So we're going to give you the tools you need. So you'll never be alone on this journey. As I said, your coach and I will be alongside. Not only us, you have a bunch of beautiful people on this team that are willing to help you grow this business. But it depends on you. At the end of the day, this all falls on you, right? So you show up and the business will show up for you. If you pull back, then the business obviously won't work. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you what you need to do tonight if you haven't done it yet. And then we're going to make sure that you guys are enrolled in our first phase 1 training, which I said it's like about 5-6 days. And then once you have helped 3 people, then at that point, whether you help, 3 people or become Emerald. So Angelique is ready to go from 1 to 2. So once you've helped at least 3 people or become an Emerald coach, which means that you've sponsored 2 coaches as well into the organization, then at that point you can move into phase 2. We don't want to overwhelm you. We have basically separated the information to give you what you need when you first start. And then once you've helped, sponsor either 2 people or even, just brought in 3 challengers, then at that point we introduce you to what we call our phase 2, because that's when you learn how to grow a team. That's when you learn how to make more money. Okay, so let me share my screen, and then at the end I'm going to open it up so that you guys can ask me questions. All right, so here we go. Give me a thumbs up if you see my screen. Awesome. So this is what the back office looks like. So you would go to teambeachbody.com, and I'm going to sign in. So this is what you would do. So I'm going to sign in. So basically, as this is logging me in, this is what our back office, so it's like a library of information in here, right? So please don't get overwhelmed with it. I'm going to take you to the important things that I want you to take care of today. So basically, Beachbody On Demand, if you're a new coach, you're familiar with it, right? So it's basically where it's what some of the coaches call what's it called? They call it Netflix of Beachbody, right? Because you have access to like all the programs you've purchased, but also all these other programs that you can utilize here. The other piece to this is that you can track your workouts under Get Fit. You can, get information or tips from trainers, right? Fitness tips. And you can find out information about all the programs. So this is a good tab to go into. Eat Smart, you can actually, make your own plan, like your own meal. So like based on like your needs, you get recipes for Shakeology or just different recipes. So this is also a good one to go into, right? And then the other one I want you to focus on is if you ever needed to buy something outside of your Shakeology, it's under Shop, right? But you need to log in to your coach account in order to take advantage of the 25% discount that you get as a coach to go and purchase something extra, right? And then Coach. So I'm going to show you first how to enroll for direct deposit. So if you haven't done it, I want you to do it tonight, because as you help people, then you are going to get a check. My first check was about 300 and change. And I was like, holy crap. Like, I didn't even know, honestly, that we were going to get paid. Like, I literally was not expecting to get paid. I actually was just helping people. And then as I stumbled upon the fact that they asked me to do my direct deposit, I was like, oh, I think we get paid. And so I said, I'm going to put my information and see what happens. I didn't know anything about our compensation plan. I didn't know, how much we were going to get paid until I got my check and started to do the math. Again, you're going to learn all about that on phase 2, because we don't want to overwhelm you, but there are several ways that you can earn money with Beachbody, which is the best thing about it, right? The one thing that you do want to learn tonight is that you do get paid for retail commission. That's the first way that you're going to get paid with Beachbody. So you're either going to get paid 25% on a program that you connect someone with, let's say just just the fitness program or just Shakeology. However, if you connect them with a challenge pack, which is what we all recommend you do, because a challenge pack has the perfect solution. Basically, you're connecting someone with nutrition and a fitness program, right? Both of them. And then you're linking them to accountability, to support in your challenge group. And please don't freak out like, oh my God, I don't have a challenge group. We all have a challenge group you can put your people in. You can put them in my group. You can put them in maybe the Rosas group, right? Because they have a challenge group. So will you always, as a new coach, have options? So don't think that you have to, run your own challenge group right off the bat. No, you are able and have options to put them in, your uplines, your sponsoring coaches group or my group. And then once you're ready to run your own, you'll be able to do that. So for you to sign up for your direct deposit, you're going to go to my business tab, and then you're going to go to my EFT management. And that's where you're going to do it. My business and my EFT management. The other thing is, this is where I went. Start. So I actually recommend that you do that, when you have time, maybe, play around with the back office a little bit just so that you can start getting used to it. Start here. And then this is where the CEO welcome is, and then how to get started. And then it gives you a site tour. So, it makes you become familiar with this. The other piece that I want you to learn tonight is where to find your coach ID. Right? It's right there. So it'll say welcome and your name and then your coach ID. That's very important to know. So make sure that you take a note of that. I'm actually going to walk you through another document that you're going to need to complete, and you're going to need to send to your sponsoring coach. Today is Monday. I'm going to say that you should send it to them. You actually might have received it via online when you signed up, but I'm going to show you where to get it. And I think that you can send it to them by Wednesday. That's ample time for you to complete it. So make sure you know your coach ID. Then your your sponsoring coach, their name would be there with their phone number, and then your upline diamond coach. And then you'll have your star diamond coach. All right. So for some of you, I might appear in one of those and I might not. So that's okay, because we're all a team. All right. This box right here, guys, you're going to become more familiar with it once you start helping people. It's basically a way to track how many people you help a month. And you're going to learn all about Success Club. And what I want you to know is that when you help one person and you connect them with just Shakeology every month, let's just say they bought Shakeology on Home Direct, which means that it's auto shipment, that they're going to receive it every month. Beachbody gives you 1 point. When you help a person and they buy a challenge pack, which is probably what you guys bought when you first started, which is the complete package, then you get 2 points. Okay. That's basically what it is. 2 points or 1 point. What's Success Club? Success Club is basically a system which Beachbody helps you earn many. It's a recognition program basically. So it makes you not only earn several gifts, like they assign a gift every month. So it can be personal development books. It can be gear for working out. It can be anything really, right? But another thing is that these points end up turning into trip money. So Beachbody also rewards us with an annual trip every single year. So since I started, I've earned every single trip. So my first year, I signed up in 2014. So in 2014, we were working towards attending a trip in 2015, which was in Cancun, and I earned a fully paid trip for my husband, my son, and I to go to Cancun in 2015. And then the following year, which was actually this year, 2016, we went on a cruise into the Caribbean. We went to Jamaica, and I believe it was the Bahamas. Again, fully paid by Beachbody, just for helping people. And then next year they're sending us to Punta Cana to what's the name of the Hard Rock? Thank you, of the Hard Rock. The Rosas are coming with us, and we're so excited. And that's what we want for all of you guys, to get a free trip, like straight from helping people. I mean, how amazing is that, right? And also it's a program that helps you gauge your progress in this business, how you're growing in this business. So it is said that if you help anywhere from 3 to 5 people every single month, from the moment you kick off this business, you can become a 6-figure earner in a time frame of 2 to 5 years. Some people do it in 2 years. Some people it takes 3 years. Some people it takes 4 years. Some people it takes 5 years. It depends on the amount of people you help. So I want you to leave tonight thinking that if you are here thinking, okay, I'm going to make a ton of money, right? And that's your only desire, and you have no desire to help people, then you're in the wrong business, because this business is about helping people. So your check is going to be of direct reflection of the amount of lives you change. So if your heart is here for the right reasons, then you will get paid the right way. All right. So that's what Success Club is in a nutshell. It's just really a recognition program. And so it shows here, basically. Since I started, my non-negotiable that I set for myself is to help 5 people. So I've helped 3 people already this month, but I will help at least 2 more by the end of the month. So that's basically what this captures. So it gives you the points system here, and then in order for you to qualify, you need to be on Shakeology. You need to be drinking Shakeology. And the reason that the company does that is because how can you help someone get on Shakeology if you aren't on Shakeology, right? So it makes sense that you're on Shakeology so that you can then easily and naturally talk to people about the benefits of Shakeology, what Shakeology has done for you. I've been on Shakeology for 33 months, because my bag for this month already arrived. 33 months without a fail. So since I started. All right. So here I'm going to also share now the other piece, so don't get overwhelmed with my business tab. Just look at this. Then when you start earning money, you're going to come to my commissions, and then that's where you're going to see how much you're getting paid. The other piece is you want to see where information about your customers. Once you start bringing people in, that's where you're going to look at the list of the people. Okay. The other piece is news and training. This is where you can find information about all of our trainings, but first focus on the trainings that we're giving you. Once you're done with those 2 weeks of training, then you can come here and play around with, what else they have here. Before I go here, I want you to see this this section where it says Coach Breaking News. Beachbody does a really great job, guys, on staying connected with us and feeding us the information we need. So this right here is basically news. Anything that Beachbody wants to get out to us, it's here. All right. So for example, the health bet, the health bet starting in January. So they started advertising about it. And there's like $3 million in the pot. And really, Beachbody's paying people to get healthy and fit. So if you haven't heard about the health bet, make sure that you talk to your coach about it. And then let me go now to trainings. And this is where you're going to go. So news and trainings so that you can fill out the document. I'm telling you, it's called the business quick start. And that's what you're going to send to your coach. So again, news and training. And then you're going to go to where it says getting started. Okay. You're going to click on that. And then it says, do this, know this, learn how. So what I want you to pay close attention to is, by the time you're done with phase 2, our goal is to set you up to be an Emerald coach. As an Emerald coach, and I'm not going to go into that because you're going to learn all about that in phase 2, is where you really start to make more money. So basically, as an Emerald coach is where you you have given yourself a raise and the ability to earn more money. It's not like you get to Emerald and the skies open up and then, money starts raining. No, it's just that you've given yourself a raise or the capability of earning more money. So once you're done with those two phases, I want you to come back here and say, you know what? I want to get to diamond. So I want you to go here and go here and do, the activities or know what they're talking about in terms of how do I get to that rank. So basically, as getting started, this is like a new coach. You're going to do this, you're going to know this, and I'm going to walk you through. So what are you going to do? You're going to connect with your upline sponsor coach, which I know you ladies have. You're going to complete the business quick start. We're going to do that. I'm going to show you what that looks like, and you're going to do that and send it to your sponsoring coach by Wednesday. You're going to drink Shakeology and work out daily or follow your program, right? You're going to invest 10 minutes of personal development. And guess what? We give you your first audiobook in your phase 1 training. And we have a ton. We have a ton of audiobooks that if you're driving to work, you're going to be able to take advantage of. So you'll never have to buy a book. If you're like me, I like to listen instead of reading. So you can invest. The idea is that you start now. And then you're going to start your first coach training. Know this, which I showed you. You're going to know who your sponsor, your diamond and your upline coach is. You're going to have their information. You're going to have their contact info so that if you have any questions, you'll be able to connect with them. You're going to know your coach ID, very important information. You're going to navigate through the coach online office, which we're doing right now. I'm only showing you a little bit because I don't want to overwhelm you. But then you're going to get a tour if you go here, site tour, or you're going to get a tour anyway and set your business websites when you do phase 1 of the training. All right. And then the club membership, you're going to learn all about that also during our coach training. And then learn how. And this is where we start. So that's what all these, stages of coaching is going to teach you. So once you're done with this, you want to do coach. And then you want to do Emerald. So it's just like at a job, right? What do our bosses say? You got to start acting and doing the responsibilities of the position above you so that you can get a promotion, right? This is the same deal. So I'm going to go into here, business quick start. That's what you're going to print. If you need your coach to maybe email it to you, I'm pretty sure they'll be more than happy to do that as well. But basically news and training, getting started, and then boom, quick start. So I'm going to open that, and then I'm going to walk you through it very quickly, and then I'm going to open it up for questions. And all you ladies are in New York? Yes. So before I get off, I'm going to get off track a little bit here. We are planning our first ever Team Advent New Year's party, and that's going to be on January 21st. It's a Saturday, and we will have all the details to that hopefully by the end of this weekend. And please talk to your coach. We would love for you to come. We would love for you to come with your significant other or your mother, your father. It don't matter who you come with. Just, we want to celebrate, how our team has succeeded in 2016, all of our accomplishments, and we want to start the year together so that we can, my mom always said, if you end the year together, you started together, if you started together, you ended together. So that's the idea of all that, right? We want to celebrate each other. So this is what, so you'll get all the details of that. So this is what the Business Quick Start looks like. And basically, it's what now we call the first 30, Business Quick Start. So again, you're going to write in your coach ID here. You are going to write in your team, your support team, which is your first, your sponsoring coach, your upline coach, and your diamond coach. And then you're going to set up your websites. You're going to learn how to do that in your training. Don't worry about it. Then contact your coach. And this is where we already did this piece, which is where we're doing the getting started right call. So you're basically up to here already. And then the 4 vitals. Let me just talk to you about the 4 vitals very quickly. Actually, let me backtrack. really quickly, get connected. So I mentioned that Beachbody does a really excellent job in really just giving us all the tools and giving us all the information we need in order to be successful. So make sure that that you follow Beachbody on all their social media platforms, right? They have an Instagram site, they have a YouTube channel, they have a Facebook one, and then make sure that you are in this group. You request access to the Beachbody Champions. If you open this site from your computer and you click on this, it has a hyperlink. It's going to take you straight to that group on Facebook. You just request access, and that is a group that is managed by Beachbody directly, corporate. And so they have a ton of information in there, and they'll have several calls. I mean, sometimes, you're not going to be there all day, but when there's something good, I'll make sure to share it in our team page, or, but just for ideas and that kind of stuff is good to have access to that group. So make sure that top coaches are always having lives in there. So make sure you request access to that. The other piece to it is the National Wake Up Call. That's part of personal development. Every Monday, guys, if you're at work at 11 a.m., because you guys are on the East Coast, 11 a.m. National Wake Up Call, live every Monday. Half-hour call. That's it. Top leaders, top coaches in our organization giving us tools on how they've made this business work. So make sure that you put this on your calendar. The other piece is, if you cannot jump on live because you're at work, then go and download iPodcast on your phone, and you're just going to search for Beachbody, and that can be your personal development as well. You can listen to it when you come, on your way home that Monday, and make that a non-negotiable, because that's going to help grow your business. I always remind you guys on Sunday or even Monday morning about it, but this is a reminder for me every single Monday. It reminds me an hour before and then 15 minutes before on my phone. So make sure that that's something that you get in the habit of doing. And then now, finally, the 4 vital behaviors. The 4 vital behaviors are what it sounds like. They're vital to your business. If you aren't doing them, you're not going to succeed. And it's basically what they do when you go into the hospital, right? The first thing they do is they take your vitals to see if you're okay. So that's what this, the 4 vitals for Beachbody is. In order for you to be a successful Team Beachbody coach, you have to follow these 4 vital behaviors. And the other piece to it is that they're so simple to do that sometimes we forget to do them. So the first one is be proof the product works. You cannot be genuinely paying it forward if you're not doing the workouts yourself, if you're not drinking Shakeology yourself. So we have to get in the habit of, starting a program and finishing it. We have to get in the habit of drinking our shake every day, because when you talk about it, it's natural. It's just a conversation. You're not selling to anyone. You're just sharing your journey. You're just sharing the journeys of other people. So make sure that you're proof the product works. And that doesn't mean that you have to have a 6-pack. That doesn't mean that you have to be at your goal weight yet. No, it just means that you are in the trenches with your challengers. That's what that means. That you are starting a program and you are completing it. That you are showing progress. That you are losing a pound. That you are losing 5 pounds. Whatever it is, but that you are in the trenches with them. The second one is the invitation. Invite, invite, invite. This is not selling. Again, when I became a coach, I knew that I was not a salesperson, and that if it took selling, I would have failed miserably. And the reason I've succeeded is because this is simply about inviting people. And when someone's ready, they'll join you. When they say no, it just means not right now, right? And so we continue to invite them and follow up, but it's our it's our job and it's our responsibility to invite people to join us on this journey to try to end the trend of obesity, right? So we teach you how to do that too. So don't freak out and say, oh my God, how do I do that? We teach you all of that during training, especially phase 1. So you're going to be proof the product works daily. You're going to invite daily. We're going to give you a checklist, a very short checklist that you will know exactly what to do on a daily basis. Then The third one is recognize, recognize, recognize. We love recognizing our coaches. We love, giving love and making sure people know that they are doing good. So we're not only recognizing our coaches, but we're also recognizing our challengers, that they're doing good, because we're inspiring them. We're motivating them to move forward in their journeys. So that's a third behavior. And then finally, the personal development one, because sometimes with the negativity that happens around us every single day, what ends up happening, right, is that we can get sucked into that. So it's very important for us to feed positivity on a daily basis so that we can not get sucked into that negativity. And personal development has to be a part of your day, even if you start with 10 minutes every single day. And then you'll fall in love with it, and you'll want to do 20, and then you'll want to do an hour. And some people on this team do anywhere from 1 to 3 hours of personal development a day, right? If they're driving, they're listening. If they're coming home, they're listening. If they're folding clothes, they're listening. If they're cooking, they're listening, right? So you can basically kind of just stick it in there when you have an opportunity. So those are the 4 vitals, and that is important that you get on board right away. And I'm telling you, I know when one of my coaches is struggling with the business, because I can tell that they're struggling with one of their vital behaviors. So it's important for us to get on board with that. And then there's a second, let me see where the other, that's not it. I am in the wrong, let me see. Come on. So I have 2 browsers open, and then every time I open a PDF, this opens up, but I'm trying to, hang on one second. No, I don't want to save it. Hang on, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second, see if that helps me get out of here. Come on. Any questions in the meantime? I'm trying to find the other piece to our document that you're gonna complete on your own. Let me see if it's here. Open. No, this is just the first one. Is it, nope, it's not here. Let's see. I'm gonna go here to my training library and find it here. The first 30 should be here. Give me a second, guys. The first 30, did I pass it? No, right here. Quick start. So you know what? I'm gonna show you, because I'm pretty sure, and let me share my screen again. So that was just the first part of the document. I'm going to show you how to get to, I'm hoping that's the second part I'm going to show you right now. So let me share my screen again. So I basically went back to here, to the back office, and I was still, in the training library. And then I went to where it says training library right here. And then I scroll down to where it says the first 30. So this is the first 30 as a coach, right? So the first 30 minutes, you would have gotten a welcome email. If you haven't watched it, make sure that you watch it. It's right here. And then the quick start guide is what we just went over right now. And then the first 30 coach action plan is which, I want you to complete these 2 documents for your coach. All right. So I'm going to click on that, and that should open up the second document I was looking for. All right, so this is it. So the first thing I want you to do, can you guys see this? Yes, okay. So the first thing you're gonna do once you finish the first document is open this one and then write down your why. I became a Beachbody coach because, so what I don't want your coaches to see there is to help people, because that's not, while that is a byproduct of what you're going to do as a coach, you're going to help people no matter what. But your why needs to be so strong that those days that you are tired, you are still going to press play. You are still going to make better choices in eating. You are still going to drink your shake. You are still going to invite. You are still going to do your PD, and you're still going to recognize somebody, right? And helping people is not going to help you do that. That's not going to motivate you. It has to be something really strong. For me, it was because I didn't want my husband to pay $200. I didn't want him to come out of pocket $200. So I knew I had to help 5 people every month in order to make that happen, because I wanted to drink my shake. I wanted to help, pay those $200. I wanted to get healthy. I wanted to lose the post-baby weight. So then once I met that goal on a monthly basis, I was like, wait a minute, I can maybe pay the mortgage and take that off his plate. So then that became my why, right? Your why has to be something that motivates you on a daily basis to want to work this business, even if you are tired, even if you don't want to, even if you don't want to talk to anyone. It's going to help you, and it's going to motivate you, and it's going to push you. So it's your driving force. So make sure that your why doesn't say help people, because your coach will send it right back to you. All right. So make sure that it's something that is going to motivate you. Then I want to see, or your coach is going to want to see your first 30-day goals. So help, how many people do you want to help a month? So do you want to help just 3 people, or do you want to strive to help 5 people every month? It's your goal. It's your personal goal. So you can help 3 people, you can help 5 people, you can help 10 people. It's your goal. But in order to meet the Success Club program, you want to help either 3 or 5. Okay. So those are the 2 numbers, but you could always help 7 people. You can help 10 people. It doesn't matter. Then earn at least how much in commission your first 30 days? Do you want to earn your investment back? Do you want to earn $140 back? And if that's the case, that's fine. You can put that amount there. If you want to earn $200, you can put that amount in there. You decide. And then once you put that amount, then your coach is going to help you figure out how you're going to earn that in commission. Okay. Then you're going to complete my Coach Basics training, right? So that's going to be the next one. So you have 2 phases, as we discussed. Phase 1 is 5 to 6 days, and phase 2 is the same amount of time. So you have 2 phases. You're going to complete phase 1, and then once you become an Emerald coach, which means that you've sponsored 2 people as coaches, or you have helped at least 3 challengers, then you can come into phase 2. All right. And then you're going to stick to a fitness program and drink Shakeology every day. That's what's going to be your first 30-day goals. And then your action items. Remember, I told you we were going to give you a step-by-step. This is it, guys. It's so simple. You're going to post on social media. We're going to teach you how to do that too. So you're not going to be like, what do I say? But what we want is for you to continue being the person you've been all along. So if you used to post funny things on social media, then post funny things. You don't change because you become a coach, right? You're just now plugging in Beachbody into your life, but Beachbody is not your life. You still are the person you were even before Beachbody. Now you just, incorporated Beachbody into your life. So now you're going to, maybe we're going to teach you how to incorporate that into your post, right? But you continue to do what you used to do on social media, and then add in maybe some inspiration, motivation in the morning, right? Or maybe some healthy recipe. But we will teach you, how you can incorporate Beachbody into your daily posts. And then you're going to put, maybe I want to post 2 times every day. Maybe let's say you never posted on social media. The idea is that you post anywhere from 1 to 4 times a day. I say 1 because maybe you've never posted before. So then you start easy. But then the idea is that you post anywhere from 3 to 4 times. Then you're going to start a new conversation. We're going to show you all about form on phase 1 of your training. You're going to start new conversations. How many do you want to start every day? I recommend that you start at least 3 every day. Find out someone's goal and invite them to a challenge group. All right. Again, I'm going to recommend that you do at least 3. If you want to do 5, excellent. If you want to do 10, even better. You set that goal, but minimum should be at least 3. And then you're going to follow up with contacts. And that's, first you're going to start conversations. Then you're going to find out people's goals. Then you're going to invite them. And then if they say no, then you're going to follow up, right? So follow up should at least, same scenario, be at least 3 people. And then that's the minimum. You set the goal. If you say 3, that's totally fine. You're going to work out and drink Shakeology. You're going to do personal development, and then you're going to recognize that's all you have to do on a daily basis. So you can literally take this and put it on a Word document, and you can put this, and we actually have one for you already. So you don't have to, but if you want to use this one because it's short, it's easy, it's simple, you could put on a Word document, and then you can maybe, put Monday, Tuesday, and do maybe Monday through Saturday, Monday through Friday, up to you. And then your time, how many hours a day or week I'll dedicate to my business and how I'll find that time. So I'm going to be very real with you right now. If you say only 30 minutes a day, I'm going to tell you that this business is not for you. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say at least an hour, because in an hour, you'll be able to do all of this stuff up here. Okay. And that's how you'll be able to run your business. Now, we're not asking you to work Beachbody 8 hours a day. No, absolutely not. Because we understand that you have other responsibilities. But with an hour a day, if you can commit for an hour a day, and it doesn't matter, you can do it in chunks. You could do 15 minutes here, you could do 15 minutes here, you could do 50, right? It doesn't matter. You could do half hour in the morning, half hour during your lunch hour. You could even do your lunch hour. It doesn't matter. But in an hour is where you'll be able to fully complete your action items. All right. And then the commitment, potential obstacles I'll face during my first 30 days and how I'll overcome them. This is important. And then the accountability check-in, that can be with your coach. They'll be checking in with you during the training. They'll be checking in with you weekly once you're done with the training. How you doing? If you have questions, you can check in with us daily. You're connected to Team Advent, so make sure that you utilize the resources in there. There's a file section in there that's full of information. If you have questions as a new coach, please don't be afraid to post in the group and ask questions. And then finally, these are just your housekeeping items. I'm a coach. I'm in a Coach Basics group, right? And you'll be able to, I don't know if you guys are already in one or you'll be placed in one. I'm in a challenge group. Those things should be happening as a coach, guys. I know which challenge group I'm inviting people to. So let's say some of you might invite to the Rosas challenge group. As long as you know that, that's cool. Some of you might be inviting into Maritza's challenge group. If, as long as you know where you're putting your people once they're enrolled, that's fine. And then I've connected with my coach, my team, and Team Beachbody. And that's basically it. So I want you to complete this and the first page and send it to your coach by Wednesday, end of day, so that they can also help you meet your goals. Because if your goal is to help 3 people, then we want to show you how to do that. If your goal is to help 5 people, we want to show you how to do that. If your goal is to make $200 this month, we want to help you how to do that, right? So that's basically it, guys. Please tell me if you have any questions, any comments, any hesitations, anything to share.
I don't have a question, but I just wanted to say, LaShawn, you came in here amazing. She was on the Monday morning call. She went to Fit Club. She's been doing everything perfectly so far, and I'm really proud. That's all I wanted to say.
Aw. See, recognition. It's part of our language, man. I love it. Yes, I met LaShawn on Saturday. She's amazing. She came in and she's not shy at all. I love it. But it's okay if you are, because I know I am. I'm an introvert and I still made this business work. So that's not an excuse. Just have to say
too.
that. But awesome. Any questions? I can't, hang on, LaShawn, I can't hear you. You're muted. Go ahead. You had
am I muted or not?
No, we can hear you. Wait. You muted yourself. Go ahead. Wait, I keep unmuting you and you keep muting yourself. Go ahead.
All right. I have some people that were interested in health and fitness. Is there any like things that I should not do? Like this particular person, I'm actually taking her to the gym with me, and she's signing up for the challenge package.
Mm-hmm.
So, but is there any do's and don'ts? Like, is that okay to do with the person? I'm not giving any type of health advice or anything like that, because I'm not a physician or anything like that, but she just wanted, I guess, motivation and support. So I physically go with her to the gym and have a workout and, try to give her the way I do it on a daily, pretty much, and just, give her the motivation and help her with the whole health and fitness. Is that okay, or?
Absolutely. Are you in our holiday challenge group?
No, I don't think so.
No. Add her, Maritza. Okay. So
I'm gonna add her.
Okay. So basically, yes, we're not experts. So that's something that it's okay. We're not fitness experts. We're not nutrition experts, but all we're doing is sharing that with our challengers. And we're going to tell them that, I'm not an expert, but I'm going to tell you what worked for me. And I'm going to tell you what worked for this person. I'm going to tell you what, worked for that other person. And the motivation piece is what a lot of people are lacking. And so if you feel that going to the gym with her is working, then continue to do that. However, what I do encourage you to do is to put her in our challenge group, because that's where she's going to receive the motivation daily, because we post a daily motivation. Not only are we posting daily motivation, but we're posting our, either our sweaty pictures or videos that we're, making for our challengers to see that we're also working out. We're sharing recipes. We're sharing, recipes for Shakeology. So in there, they see all this stuff coming in like, oh my God, that person just worked out. Oh my God, that person just posted this. I want to do that, right? So that's going to also keep her engaged and all the other challengers. So definitely making sure that they're connected to a challenge group is important.
And she's on my Facebook, and that's how I've gotten a lot of, because I've been doing that on a regular, like posting live my exercise at New York Sports Club when I do it at home. And I've been getting a lot of feedback on that. Like she just IM'd me and she was like, help me, I need your help.
Awesome. Good.
And, her story was very hard. It broke my heart, because she's a nurse and she was suspended, and then she gained all this weight. And she wanted help, and she wanted me, to motivate her. She says, I see your videos and you really motivate me, what to do. And I just wanted to know if that was okay, because I have someone else in Florida that I'm doing it via FaceTime with her, exercises. That way, she can get up and do it. Right.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think that you're on a good path, by posting your stuff. So you're already using social media. So that's amazing. Some of us had to learn to do it. So, but definitely connecting her to a group is good, because she'll feel part of something. She will feel part of a community. You understand? Because on Facebook, she might not feel comfortable posting her stuff yet. But if you put her in a challenge group that's just, a couple of people, she's going to feel like, I can post in here and I can ask questions and I can ask for support, because that's what we do in the group basically. And it's not the Team Advent page. It's actually an application that goes on your phone, and then in there she'll feel more comfortable to ask questions, put her sweaty pictures and that kind of stuff. The other piece is, so whatever works for you in terms of motivating people, right? And then in your phase 1, you'll learn how to invite people. So people coming to you. So that's amazing already. Right? Because you're inspirational. But then we're also going to teach you how to invite people, how to message people and see how you're able to inspire them and how you're able to enrich their life without being salesy.
Okay.
So you'll get all of that. And
Yeah.
as you're going through the training, if you have questions, you can ask as you're, going through your own journey. If you have questions, obviously connect with Maritza and all of us in Team Advent. Well,
Okay.
we're also always very, open to helping our new coaches because we want you guys to succeed as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
I think another thing that I didn't mention that it's a good idea is to go through Beachbody On Demand and also take a look at what workouts there are to offer, because I like to have conversations with people that I'm signing up and find out what interests them, what kind of workouts are they into. And I know you weren't too familiar with which workouts were Beachbody, so I know I sent you some videos, but I also know on Beachbody On Demand you can see like what else is out there, because I sent you some videos but not all of them, just so you're familiar with.
Yeah, because not everyone is into the MMA. They feel that it's too challenging for them until they get to that level.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, you know what? Let me share my screen really quickly and show you where you can go. So that's actually a good point, Maritza. Thank you for bringing that up. I actually wanted to show you that, guys, but sometimes I lose track and I start talking about something else. But all right. So if you scroll, this is the Coach Online office where we were before. So once you're here, if you have any questions about anything, Shakeology, a workout program, you see where it says FAQ down here? So I scroll all the way down, it says FAQ down here. If you click on that, 90% of your questions are answered here. If you can't find it there first, then go to your coach, okay? So 90% of your questions are answered right here. If you click on FAQ, I'm gonna open it. You can basically, let it open. Let me see. Come on. So this is what it looks like. And then let's say I could put Shakeology ingredients. And then you put search and boom, all this stuff comes up. You can put, 21-day fix workouts. And then all this stuff comes up on the 21-day fix, right? Depending on your question, you can put success, like what is Success Club? And then it'll talk about that. All right. So that's one point. That's one thing. The other thing I want to show you here is about the programs. So the other piece that if you want to learn about the different programs, and again, don't feel like you have to learn everything about every, program or our Shakeologies or our supplement lines in one day. It's impossible, right? So if you are helping someone and you know what their needs are, you can either come here or easily just go to your coach and say, listen, I have this person who wants to lose 50 pounds and they have bad knees and, they hate cardio. What can I recommend, right? And then they'll be able to say, recommend this program until you get familiar with the programs. But the other piece is you can come to sales and marketing. You can come to product toolkits, right? And then it's going to give you everything on all of our programs. And if you go, let's say, to the 21-day fix, for example, you click on that, and it literally is going to give you talking points. It's going to give you FAQs on this program. It's going to give you a training guide on it. So anything, any kind of questions that you have, they're going to be here. So all I did was go to sales and marketing, go to product toolkits, and you can start kind of, maybe pick one program every day and start getting familiar with them, and go to 22-minute hardcore. What's that program about, right? And then you can go to the talking points, you can go to the FAQs, you can go to the training guide, whatever it is. So pick one program maybe a day and do that and learn all about our programs. But again, don't feel overwhelmed to have to do that. If you have someone that you want to help and you have questions, just go to the FAQ. If you can't find the answer there, then, ask your upline, your sponsoring coach. Okay.
Okay.
Angelique, any questions?
Not right now. I'm thinking.
Awesome. And then, and is everybody here, Anna, in a Coach Basics, or you guys will start one soon? And our coach, our calendar is up, so I don't know. I can't think from the top of my head. I want to say that we start one on the 19th, but you guys don't have to wait until the 19th. If you guys are ready to run and roll, just let us know, and we'll add you to last month's, and then you guys can do that one, which is the same thing. Okay.
I added LaShawn today, so it just needs to be approved, and then
Okay.
I'll tag her on day one.
Awesome. I'll go in there and approve it. And Wendy, is Angelique in one already? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. So whenever she's ready, if she's gonna wait until the 19th, that's fine. But if you wanna, if you wanna start Angelique, we can also add you to last month, and then take your time. You do one day at a time. Okay. Any question, ladies? No? All right. Well, thank you so much for jumping on.
Thank you, Gabby.
Absolutely. Again, guys, thank you, Zenobia, for jumping on. If you guys have any questions, guys, please feel free to reach out to us, to go into our team page and ask. We're here to help you guys succeed. All right?
Have a good night.
Good
Have a great night. Bye, guys.
Bye.